Casinos and games can come in many different flavors, just like sodas. They also got another thing in common. Both are bad for you, so you shouldn't gamble and also not drink soda. Everyone drinks soda every once in a while though, so it's fine. What about gambling though? You should never ever do that unless you can do it completely for free in a video game. But if I look at the price of the first game that I wanted to show, it might feel like you have to gamble to get enough money to even buy it. Luckily, there's always multiple ways to get something you want. Winky eye. With that said, never gamble and also never fall for this scam that is called the retro game market. Before I talk about the casino, I have to say one thing. I downloaded the save file and the person it belonged to actually evolved the Pikachu to Raichu in Pokémon Yellow. What the hell? You can actually do that by trading it and then evolving it, but who does that? I would harshly judge you if you ever did that, even as a kid, or also if you just put Pikachu into the box and never used him. The early Pokémon games are the very first games that made me gamble with their game corners, and I couldn't be more happy about it because they showed me that gambling is bad. I don't have many happy memories with these because I don't remember ever winning big here, and I didn't even want many of the rewards. There was just something special about it though, especially the music of it. Just clicking a button and seeing the slots spin. That's how they get you. It's also the easiest way to get an Abra because trying to catch one normally before I teleport away is a pain in the butt. It reminds me of when my family and me sometimes went to a Greek restaurant to eat and they had like 2 slot machine thingies in the corner of the restaurant, and sometimes when we waited for the food to get ready, my dad took me there and we played on them. Things were different in the 90s. I'm pretty sure that's not even legal anymore to have machines like that just standing around. Maybe it never was. The roasted chicken was delicious though. Despite all of this, I never developed a gambling addiction, mostly because I don't have any money to gamble with. In the remix of Gold and Silver, they removed these slots in the game corner and replaced it with Wall-Top Flip, which I also didn't like much, mostly because I didn't fully understand it. Nowadays I would probably enjoy it way more. In the end I always prefer to just go down into the Team Rocket hideout and move around on the arrows. Anyone else who just enjoyed doing that? Just me? Oh well, I wish I could do this in real life. I actually never enjoyed my time in the casinos in San Andreas either really. Something about them just feels depressing. When you think of an actual real casino, you think about tons of people being there, which is also depressing, and I hope all of those people that go there spend their money in a responsible manner, right? Colors flashing and a rather fancy atmosphere unless you go to the shady casino right around the corner. Here, it's the complete opposite. There's barely any people here and the atmosphere sucks. Wait, did I just win 10k on my first row on these slots? I take it back, the atmosphere here is bombastic. To be honest, most buildings you can enter that have a separate loading zone feel like this in San Andreas, completely devoid of life almost. It's moments like these where you realize how much the technology has advanced and now games can display so many NPCs on the screen that it blows your mind. I also won at the video poker station once despite not knowing how to play poker. The only reason why I won though is because of Yahtzee, that dice game because it has streets, and one of the few things I know about poker is that streets also exist there. So I knew that having a street would at least give me a chance of winning, which it did. Yay, I love streets. I had more fun just going on this silly little rampage instead of gambling, but hey, I'm sure tons of people had fun here. When I was younger, I mostly just bet on the horse races, and I don't even like horses, they're kinda scary to me. Once upon a time a horse almost killed my uncle. After playing such a brutal and violent game such as GTA, what could be better than spending your time at a nice resort all by yourself and some nice company? If you want to lose money, at least let a cute girl take it away from you. That's my motto in life and goes for many things. What's the point of something bad happening to you if it didn't happen because of a cutie? That's basically what you do in the Dead or Alive extreme games. You let a beautiful lady take all your money in different ways so you can spend a few days together with her. Buy gifts for her that are way too pricey. Go to the beach together, let her give you a pole dance, play volleyball, or even better, go to the local casino together so you can waste all your money. Or maybe you will actually win big to impress her, so you can just spend all that money on her to win her heart. Which you shouldn't do. Don't date people who only like you for your money. It got blackjack, poker and roulette, the classic casino games, and that's kind of it. The sad thing is you don't actually get to see the girls. I wouldn't mind losing my money if I could see them winning against me, but it just being like this. Since I do not know poker, I basically just played blackjack the whole time, and I must say I'm the best blackjack player in the world and just kept on winning, maybe thanks to the power of the cards. It's just like Yugi told me back in the day when I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! All you gotta do is to believe in the heart of the cards, especially when they look as attractive as these. So far, all of these casinos were basically casinos just like the ones you could visit in real life, But what about casinos where the developers put more effort into it to make it something really special, like the Golden Saucer in Final Fantasy VII or the Manderville Gold Saucer in 14. Instead of just being able to play the normal stuff you would expect in a casino, you can go crazy with tons of minigames just made for this one specific game. The Golden Saucer is just perfection. It's cute, it's colorful, and to get around you have to slide through tubes, as if you were in a water park. Everyone loves slides, unless they had one of those really badly made ones that make you scrap your skin and hurt like hell. But even those have their charm, or maybe that's just because I enjoy pain. At every corner there's a minigame for you to find and play, like Super Dunk or the 3D Battler, which is basically just rock, paper, scissors and mostly random, but it's just fun anyways. Seeing the pre-rendered backgrounds around it also just adds to that special flavor. Sometimes I really miss them, or early 3D graphics in general, like the ones you get to see on the roller coaster where you have to shoot things with your beam to get points, and it's pretty damn hard to reach those 3k points to get a prize. Maybe I just suck at it. When in doubt, always blame yourself in a video game, or else you look like a sore loser. Most people spend the time indoor for the chocobo racing, obviously, breeding your chocobo to perfection. I also love its hotel. I wish I could move right into it and become friends with these two friendly looking ghosts. Everyone needs a ghost as their friend, especially since these two can even play chess. I love chess, even if I'm not the greatest at it. I could beat Magnus Carlsen actually. JRPGs in general just love having casinos in their games. Lufia 2, Dragon Quest games, Ni no Kuni, the newer Yakuza games, Xenosaga 1, and so many more. They're almost as important as fishing minigames. For me, the Golden Saucer beats all of them though for its atmosphere alone. Instead of a JRPG, we got a WRPG, and one of the very best even. It's right there in the title. Fallout New Vegas, which is way uglier than the actual Vegas, but that's part of the charm. It shows you that gambling is ugly, and that's why you shouldn't do it. But even ugliness has some beauty to it. Just like my character. Look at him. Isn't he beautiful? That one is from my baseball bat playthrough, where I only used the baseball bat to play baseball, obviously. You got a bunch of different casinos, and sadly they do suffer from the same problem as the ones in San Andreas, where they don't truly feel lively. But it kinda makes sense, because we live in a world that's kinda messed up, and most people do not want to spend their money on gambling when they don't even have the money to spend on actual food. But it wouldn't be a Bethesda game though, without modders who easily fix this stuff, so there's mods that populate the casinos and the strip itself more, but I think it would have been unfair to mod it. Gotta show the version you get when you buy it, and I would have been a bit too lazy to mod it for 5 minutes of gameplay. Go inside a casino you like, exchange your bottle caps for some coins, and have fun playing the usual games such as roulette, slots, blackjack. It even taught me something about blackjack. In all the other casino games, it always shows you your number, what your cards are adding up to. Here, it doesn't, which isn't much of a problem if you would know what the Queen and King and Joker stand for, which I actually didn't know really. Or that the Ace gives you 11, or it actually only counts as a 1 if you would bust otherwise. Thanks for making me look this up, New Vegas. I also accidentally punched a gambler and my dog finished her off for some reason. I didn't even want him to do that. This is why cats are superior. Gotta love how nobody even cares about it though. But God forbid someone pulls out a knife that he smuggled in. Then they suddenly hate you. I see how it is. So most casinos are casinos, and it doesn't really change. A casino is still a casino even when a game won't truly let you interact with its games, and mostly use it to just make it a part of the decoration. Somewhere you just walk through without being able to truly gamble. Mostly in games for the little ones, since publishers don't suddenly want to have a way higher age rating, since it bumps it up, especially nowadays. PEGI, one of the European age ratings, gives the games with simulated gambling automatically an 18+ rating since 2021. Re-releases are safe from that rule though. For games like Red Dead Redemption 2 it does not matter at all, since those will get a high rating anyways. But if the newest Dragon Quest game has a casino that even has a single slot machine, it will automatically get 18+, which for a game like that is kinda bad since it aims also at younger people. Games with tons of loot boxes that are designed to suck the money out of your wallet, such as FIFA games, those are totally fine though and don't count as simulated gambling, so they can keep shoving gambling microtransactions into their games and keep the ratings low. Got to love how backwards the rules are in life sometimes. Spending real money to gamble in a video game, yay, that makes money for the company so they can pay us more taxes, which they won't, and just evade them anyways. Spending virtual money in a silly little video game where you have talking animals in your party, nah, that does not fly. Don't let kids near that. So, what about casinos as just normal settings that you can't gamble in, and they're just there to look good while you play the stage? When you think about casinos in games, you also immediately have to think about Sonic, at least I do. There's so many throughout the franchise that it's almost as natural as seeing Green Hill Zone. Almost. They're exactly how you would imagine casino levels in Sonic. Flashy, colorful, great music, and you can even become the pinball in some of them. I always wanted to become a pinball getting slapped around by the flippers. Shouldn't that actually kinda hurt Sonic? Another game that Sega has made is F-Zero GX, which also has a casino track with the Casino Palace. It has one of the best music tracks in the game for me, and overall it has a nice feeling to it, even if you're going way too fast to really look at the background to enjoy it. Sometimes in life you just have to slow down though and enjoy the scenery, even in a game such as F-Zero. Take it slow and steady every once in a while. It's like the story of the turtle and the bunny. Be the turtle, and also be the bunny sometimes. Balance it out. Also, I apologize for the gameplay, I haven't played it in a long time, so yeah. In Persona 5, you visit a palace that is basically a casino, and you can even play on the machines, but they're all rigged, so Persona does a good job of teaching you that you should never ever spend money on gambling, a very important life lesson, and Persona 5 has many of those, like you should never date multiple women at once, not like that would ever happen to someone playing Persona. Even the Mario franchise can't say no to gambling, and the Hotel Delfino has a little casino, that kinda rhymes. Yay, I'm squirting water around to flip images to make a big image appear. I unironically would have loved if they turned this into an actual minigame, like the sliding puzzle on your own island in Wind Waker. Give me a bunch of images to shoot at and not just one. Before you unlock that single image though, you gotta play slots with your water. Twice. One of them you can aim at the piece you want to move so you can easily win, but you can't cheat like that at the other one, and instead it all moves together. Look at how many boosts I got before I finally hit the jackpot. Fun. I still love Sunshine though. But people who played Mario 64 on the DS, they were young and probably didn't know better, or New Super Mario Bros. DS, know that there's an even better casino, Luigi's. It's just like in Dead or Alive Extreme, losing your money and one cuties feels better than losing it all by yourself. Nobody could ever be mad at Luigi for making you lose money, right? I would give him anything I own, which isn't much. Casinos can just be kinda everywhere. Like I mentioned, most JRPGs have them. Shooters like Red Steel or Rainbow Six Vegas have them, which would be a bit dumb not to have them when you make a game in Vegas. Stranger things have happened though. You also got them a lot in jumpin' ones like Sly Raccoon and Ape Escape 2. Whenever I see a casino level, it just makes me a bit happy, especially since they almost always have great music. The setting is often used, but not often enough where I think, oh, well, another casino level, how original, like with the usual ones like deserts and forests, etc. For me, they're a top tier video game setting, but when it comes to actual casinos that are playable in games, I'm just kinda indifferent about it. Most of the time they're just a good way to farm money because there's always exploits. Type any game with a casino into the YouTube search plus exploit and boom, an easy way to make money in there. Unlike in real life, because you shouldn't gamble there. Don't even try it. Spend it on something else, like a good pair of shoes or something. What about you though? Do you like casinos in video games? Grinding out those slots to make some virtual money whenever you see one? I actually hate asking these kind of questions because they feel a bit forced, but I have no idea how else I would end the video, so I hope you enjoyed it. And I wish you a good day, a good night, or whatever fits your time zone right now. Bye bye.